Welcome to another wardrobe and beauty update, and today, maybe you can tell by my smile, I have a really exciting update because I have a new bag in my handbag collection, and I feel so grateful because they actually sent this bag to me as a gift to try it out, and because I really like it and I just think it's amazing, I want to do a little unboxing, show you some outfits and what fits inside. And to be honest, I didn't know about this brand not until they reached out to me, but then as soon as I saw the bags, I was like, this is brilliant, because most of their bags actually come with silver hardware, which, you know, it's something I've been looking for, and nowadays it's so hard to find bags with silver hardware, and this is the huge selling point for me. But now when it comes to the bag, let me do a little reveal. I mean, I always like to smile when I'm doing unboxings because I really love the bags. But this one is actually called, I hope I'm pronouncing everything correctly, RABEANCO Saoirse bag, which I'm gonna link it down below so you can have a look. But when it comes to this bag, I just feel it's so cool, it's so stylish, and it's just a little bit different to all of my other bags. First, because as I said, of the silver hardware, but then also the shape is just a little bit different because this one is actually a shoulder bag, which is kind of new to my collection. But then I also have the option to wear it crossbody if I want to, because this one also comes with a larger crossbody strap. All that I have to do is change it right here and then I'm done. But I already wore this one out for the entire week straight because I just couldn't get enough, and I absolutely love it. I love the opening because it actually has a magnet, and this is something that I realized even with my other bags, that everything with the magnet I love because it's so easy to put things in and out. And this bag, because it's a little bit softer, it's actually really spacious, and it has a lot of room, especially if you have the clasps open, because if you close the bag then you have just a little bit less room, as you can see. But if you wear it open, like it's my preferred way, then it's going to be super spacious because you can really kind of open it at the side. So this is the quick overview. This is how it looks at the back, and it also has a nice little fit at the bottom, which I always appreciate. And then I also have to mention that, of course, this bag is great quality. I love the leather. It's so supple and soft at the same time, which I actually really like. Their bags, they are just a little bit more on a softer side. So they still have the structure, but they also look just a little bit more lived in. As for the color, I decided to go for the beige color because obviously, A, it's really gorgeous, but then B, I was looking to replace my other handbag that I'm not really wearing, which I'm gonna show you for color's sake. This one is the Pollen in the chalk color, and as you can see, they're really similar. Now this one is just a little bit warmer and a little bit more beige, which I do prefer because this one is kind of, sometimes it's kind of an odd color in different lights, but at the same time, you know, both of these colors, they're very versatile and easy to style. And now that I have this one in my collection, I have 100. This one is gonna go very soon. But yeah, I obviously love this bag a lot. And now, as I've said, I can also show you how much I can actually fit inside. As usual, I'm gonna start with my essentials. So first I have the wallet, then I have the phone, I have my home keys, my car keys, a lip balm and a hand cream, my hand wipes, my Leo pouch with my essentials, and then also just recently I got a Leo tiny mirror so I can also carry it with me. And this is how the bag looks. It's really spacious. As I said, it's so easy to get things in and out, and it's just such a practical bag. But now if I stuff it just a little bit more, of course I always like to do a Kindle test, and usually I just put it at the back. As you can see, it fits really nicely. Then I also like to take my vlogging camera with me all of the time, and even my sunglasses, they're gonna fit. As you can see, I still have room, so if I close the bag, you can see. As you can see by the sides, I really filled it up, but it still doesn't look too full. And then I can also try to close it, which I can do with one hand, and I can secure it. And this is how it looks when it's just a little bit more closed, which I love. If I'm maybe, you know, around a lot of people and I want to be a little bit more secure, I can easily do that. But for most of the occasion, I'm just gonna wear it open. And then also we can do another what fits inside if I just replace a few items. I'm gonna leave my Kindle and my essentials in, but now I'm gonna grab the makeup. I just grabbed a few things that I would love to take with me. This one is a little sponge that I can use as a blotting paper, but also with my concealer. But if this is not something you would need, you know, the size, I feel it's also similar to a compact. And this one goes in easily. Then I also have a nice little lipstick. I have my concealer to touch up. And then I also decided to add my travel perfume, which smells amazing. I'm wearing it today. And again, I can add my sunglasses on top. As you can see, it's really spacious and I can easily put even more stuff in, like my lip liner, which I sometimes like to take with me, or even my hairbrush, which I have a tiny one. Just a sec. Okay, so this is my little tiny brush. And again, it fits so easily and I can easily close the bag. Again, it's a little bit fuller, but it's so spacious and I'm so grateful and happy that I got this bag. And then I have another wardrobe update, which maybe you already saw in my other videos, but I found my new denim shorts. They're a little bit longer and I've been wearing this on repeat actually, so I just have to close them. But yeah, they're from Levi and they're just so comfy. They're still the style that I love. I love the distressed look, but they're just a little bit longer than my older pair. They're also just a little bit more defined. They cinch my waist in a little bit nicer. And I love that when I bend down or I'm doing something, I'm not too exposed, because as I've said before, with my old pair, I was getting increasingly self-conscious every time I wore them, and these are just perfect for me. And I also wanted to mention I tried on a lot of shorts before finding the pair that I liked, so just a reminder that finding a perfect 10 can take time sometimes. But for this pair, as you can see, they're in a medium wash. They're just a little bit darker than the older pair, which I absolutely love. And yeah, this is something that I'm gonna wear on repeat. Now for my old pair, I was actually debating, should I sell them or should I keep them? And for now, I decided I'm gonna keep them just for vacation, so I can wear them with my bathing suits. I don't have to worry about them getting dirty. And these are gonna be kind of my city denim shorts. That's my plan number one. But if at the end I really don't want to wear the old pair anymore because I prefer this, then I'm just gonna sell them. Today I have again another exciting update because I got some new pieces for my sport capsule wardrobe for a very specific reason. This is a little spoiler for the color palette, but the pieces that I got for tennis, because if you remember in my last video I told you that I started playing tennis and I'm really enjoying it. But the pieces that I have in my sport capsule wardrobe, they're just not cutting it in terms of the style because I only really have a one black skirt with shorts underneath and I wanted to have another option. So because I love my black skirt already and I know the same brand has different colors in the skirt, I went into the store and I had a look and they had one of my favorite colors, which is baby pink, and I got the baby pink skirt because it's just so stunning and so gorgeous. So now I officially have two tennis skirts I can use. And then because I wanted things to match, I also tried tops in the same color, and here's the one that I picked because I think it's super fun. And then lastly, they also had something that I've been looking for a while now that I also want to wear to the gym because I think it's super cool. But without me blabbing for too long, let me try these things on. And the smile never lies. I'm already grinning because I love this color so much, and with my sport capsule wardrobe being so black, this is such a welcome change. And with this top in particular, I can also wear it to the gym, which if you remember, I go once a week. So this one is gonna have multiple purposes. But the best purpose for this one is, as I've said, to wear it with my skirt because it almost looks like I'm wearing a dress in a way if I go further back, because everything is matching. I feel like I'm wearing a tennis dress, which I think is so gorgeous. But then, as I've said, everything is separate and I can also wear the skirt separately. It has the shorts underneath with little pockets for maybe the balls. You know, I just love this color and the set so much. I think it's so cute. And this is something I'm actually gonna wear today because I have a tennis lesson in 2 hours and I have the best instructor in the world, which is my husband. So I'm having so much fun. And now I can officially make these pieces mine. Just a sec. And then, as I said, I have one more item that is gonna be perfect for both the gym or the tennis or even just going on a walk because it's such a classic piece. And that is a cropped black t-shirt, which yeah, I think this is the front. And the reason I got it, I was actually debating to crop the black t-shirts I already have in my wardrobe, because sometimes when I'm doing things I get super hot and I just wanted to have something that is a little bit more, you know, shorter, a little bit more breathable. So when I saw this one in the store, I had to try it on, and as soon as I did, I fell in love with it. I think what actually sold me on this one are the sleeves itself, because they're just a little bit more cutesy. They're kind of flared out. I don't know if you can see, but I think they look super cute. And then, as I said, the shirt is cropped. It's very cropped, but I kind of like that, and I can wear this one with pretty much everything in my capsule wardrobe, in my sport capsule wardrobe, all of my pants, all of my shorts, and even the new skirt. I think this is so cute. I love it. And now it's 2 weeks later, and as usual, I'm gonna finish the video with all of my beauty empties, but with a little twist, because as you can see, I'm not really at home. So my idea is to actually show you everything that I packed with me for 1 week. So I'm gonna go through all of my travel makeup and toiletries, because I have a lot of empties in here. At home, I really only used up one product, and that is my winter foundation that it's actually discontinued. I really enjoyed it. I would buy it again, but as I've said, I cannot really do that anymore. But when it comes to my travel toiletries, I have quite a few that I used up, because when I'm packing, I always do it in a way that I can use stuff up while I'm away. So I'm gonna start with my toiletry bag just to show you, you know, what I pack with me. First is of course a deodorant. This one is a staple. Then I have just a small little Tangle Teasel brush, which I love because it's so small and tiny, perfect for traveling. And now for my body creams, I actually have 3, and one of them I used up. First, I have this cooling body yogurt that it's so amazing, and I bought it specifically for our trip, and as you can see, I used up quite a lot of it, but I'm still gonna take it home because, you know, there is still something left. But I mean, this one is so delicious. I always like to buy it before the holidays. And then I also have a very special cream for my bag, because sometimes I get a little spots. So I actually have these two, which are the same. This one I got as a little tester, which I used up, and this one is just the full size, which again, I used up quite a lot, but obviously there is still a lot in there, so this one is going back with me. And then for my hair, I did what I always like to do, and I put my favorite shampoo and conditioner in these cute travel containers, and I always put just the amount that I need. So for this week, I was kind of aiming for 2 to 3 washes. And then also for my hair, I packed another favorite product that I always take with me when I'm going swimming and sunbathing, and that is actually the banana hair mask, I think it's called. But I put it in this container. This is actually a day cream that it was completely empty. So instead of me taking the huge tub, I just put the product in here, and now that I used it up, as you can see, it's completely empty. I can just trash this one. And now for my skincare products, first I just packed one mask that I had in my drawer, so I just kind of wanted to use it up. And then I also have a face cream that I completely used up. As you can see, it's completely empty, and this one I bought as a night cream, and it was super thick. It's really heavy on my face, and I wouldn't buy it again. It's good, but too oily for my liking. And then when it comes to the SPF, I have quite a few products to show you. The first thing that I completely used up is the SPF 50 from the Body Shop, and this one I actually owned myself, but because it made my eyes sting, I gave it to my husband, but he almost never used it. So for this summer, I said, okay, I'm gonna take it with me and use it on my body, which I did, on my shoulders, on my neck, on my décolletage. I completely used it up, and now it's gone. And then I also had a plan to completely use up my CeraVe SPF 50, which is my favorite SPF for the face. As you can see, I came really close, but there is still too much product in here for me to kind of trash it. So I'm gonna take this one home. I probably have a week's left in here, but yeah, this one I love. And then another product that I was kind of hoping to use up, but now that I see how much is in here, I'm realizing this was very unrealistic. But yeah, this is a tinted SPF 50 that again I like very much. Would I buy it again in the future? Probably not, because I just prefer to use a normal SPF and then a foundation or a BB cream, so I prefer to layer. But if you like a tinted SPF, I would highly recommend this one. And then the last SPF product is of course my SPF 50 stick, which again I had no hopes to use it up. I have quite a few left, but you know, this one I like to use to reapply it. I also like to use it on top of my makeup, like today when I'm gonna be out and about, I'm just gonna reapply it, and I have to do it, from what I've read, I have to do it very generously when it comes to the sticks, so you get the proper protection. And then I have a cooling mist that I completely used up, and this one I had in my beach bag to hydrate my face when it became really dry from the sun, from the sea, and for that it was okay, and I would definitely buy a hydrating mist in the future. But this one in particular, I didn't really love it. I feel like it didn't really hydrate my skin to the way that I would want, and also the spritz was really heavy, so every time I spritzed myself I had to prepare because it was so strong. And then of course I have just a little lip balm again to hydrate my lips. I really like this one. And also one of my favorite products to travel with, argan oil, which I like to use on my hair, on my ends. I like to use as a makeup remover, and then also I can use it on my face if I want extra hydration. Now I have to admit, this time around I didn't really use it because it was so hot and my hair is kind of oily anyways. I didn't really apply it on my hair, and then also because my cream, if you remember, my night cream was so oily, I also didn't apply it over my night cream. So this time around I didn't use it that much, but still it's one of my favorite products to travel with because it's so versatile. And then the last product in here are these little cotton pads with a face cleanser inside of them, and I really think this is super smart because instead of traveling with a face wash, I just have these pads, and all that I have to do is wet them with water, and then the cleanser gets activated and I can just quickly clean my face. This is my big toiletry done, but then I also have a tiny little toiletry specifically for my needs because I have my contact lenses. I always like to carry extra, and this time around I actually had an accident, so I needed an extra. And then I have just the travel lens solution and the lens case. So super simple. But then for my makeup bag, I have quite a few products and I can show you what I packed. The first thing that I have are my makeup wipes that I completely used up. Usually I don't really like to use the makeup wipes, but you know, when I'm traveling, I sometimes find this is the best option. And then I also have just a little hair tie in my makeup bag. I have my travel perfume that smells absolutely incredible. Oh, I love this one. I also have some hair bubbles and the little things for the hair, which I also keep in my makeup bag. I have extra Q-tips. And then for my makeup products, first thing for my face, I have my concealer, which is running really low. I was thinking maybe I'm gonna use it up here, but I didn't. And I like to use it both under my eyes and also all over my face as a foundation. And then how I blended everything is with my little travel sponge that comes in this cute little case. And this is the dirty sponge. And then if I continue with the face, first I have my summer bronzer, which is just a little bit deeper. This one I absolutely love. The smell is divine, and also the texture, the color, it's not too orange. It's so easy to apply it. I love it. And I also use this one on my eyes as an eyeshadow. And then of course I cannot leave the house in the summer without my coral blush. This one, it's so gorgeous. It's kind of sparkly but subtle at the same time. And how I like to apply both of these products is with my travel makeup brush. That is kind of a bronzer, a blush, highlighter, whatever you want, but yeah, I love this one too. Then I also have the brush for my crease that I used up with my bronzer. And then of course I have my brow gel, which is my staple. This one I'm also gonna have to replace really soon, and I would buy this one again because I love it. Then I have the white eye pencil for my inner corners, again a staple in my makeup bag. And then also another eye pencil in a brown color for the rest of my eye. And then also because I love the smudge effect, I don't like the lines to be too sharp, I have an eye pencil brush. And then for my mascara, I finally found my holy grail waterproof mascara that I also used last summer, if you remember, and I loved everything about it. It gave me volume, it was really waterproof, it was easy to apply. The only issue that I had last summer is how to remove it, and what I used to remove this one was actually just the classic argan oil, and this combo didn't really work. But as soon as I got home and I used it with my regular makeup oil remover, then everything went perfectly. So this one I absolutely love and I highly recommend. As for the lip combo that I'm also wearing today, first I have the lip liner that I'm really trying my best to use it up. It's the Pillow Talk Medium, which is kind of a nude shade but just a little bit darker. And then also, because I'm not a huge fan of carrying a lipstick when it's really hot outside because I don't want it to melt, I bought this one, which is actually just Vaseline that it's tinted, that I just apply on top of my lip liner. With my lip liner I applied all over my lips and then I finish with this one. So this is my makeup done, and now to visually show you all of the empties, because I find it super satisfying. Here is everything that I used up, which I think it's pretty amazing for traveling. And also I wanted to mention that I have one product that I wish I would pack with me but I didn't, and that is a dry shampoo. I wish I would buy just a travel size and take it with me, which I usually did, but for this time around I just didn't, and now I'm paying the price with my greasy hair because, as I've said, it's really hot and I'm just sweating a little bit more than usual, but it is what it is, and I really hope this is helpful for your traveling trip as well. But yeah, this is all of my updates of June. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I will see you next time.